Welcome everyone. It's a very great pleasure for me to host such a program. This is the program of the debate of the year of 2016. Good evening everybody from all parts of the world. I know that you have been so waiting patiently for this debate, and we will introduce our guests, Mr. Hitoshi from Japan, and Mr. Peace from Indonesia, Mr. Yankee Chomsky from the United States of America, Mr. Lee from North Korea. Welcome, sir. It's a great pleasure. Mr. Ivan Pavel from Russia. Welcome, sir.
Russia, yeah.
Thank you very much. Now we will get into our debate, and we want to ask one of our guests about why do you support democracy?
Democracy. Yes, we live in a competition life, and every day we compete each other.
Okay.
And through competition, we can get more money and more wealth, wealthy. And Japan is second economic world, and we can buy and do everything we want. If we don't have money, we can buy it. We can get money for every way. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. What do you think, Mr.
I do
Peace?
agree with Mr. Hitoshi's opinion about that.
Okay.
You know, in Indonesia itself, they make some concepts.
Yes, sir.
Indonesian people make government for people, by people, and for people.
Yes, sir. Thank you. What about Mr. Yankee Chomsky? What do you think? Why do you support democracy?
I agree them because I can give example from my country.
Yes.
In California, there are lots of nice things.
Yeah.
Tax rate is very low.
Yeah.
People are very rich.
Yeah.
And
So that's why you think democracy is very useful and beneficial to the society.
Yes.
Let's get to the other side of the table and see what Mr. Lee from North Korea is thinking about. Why do you choose what people call a dictatorship? Why are you so against democracy?
I think everyone wants democracy, not democracy, dictatorship.
Yes, sir.
Something like China and North Korea, they can live without dictatorship.
Yes, sir.
Well, I support him, but before I start, I should say that what they said, the Democratic Party, is only it's a piece of bullshit.
Really? Why do you think that?
No, bullshit. Let me finish what I was going to say. Okay.
Mr. Russian, go ahead.
Okay. Before that, let me support my friend, and he said that everyone wants a dictatorship. Okay.
Yes.
And they cannot live without dictatorship. They can't live in a democratic system. And we have many examples. For example, in China, in North Korea, in Iraq, in Syria, in Libya, in Saudi Arabia even. Look, in the past, most of them were dictatorship, but when they turned to democracy, there was civil war, famine, poverty, and every kind of problems. For example, in Iraq, in the past there was Saddam Hussein. He was a great dictator. But when America came and made a democracy system, look, now it's divided in thousands of pieces. Look at Syria, look at Libya. Hundreds of thousands of people died because of what you call democracy.
So what do you answer that, just Mr. anything you have to say against this?
You know, as I can say,
You should be sorry.
I will not sorry. It's just our system, and we cannot change the system. For example, I would like to change from democracy system to dictatorship system or communism things, as I can say, we cannot directly change the system instantly. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And for democracy people, for example, in Indonesia itself, they live peacefully.
Yeah, that's a very nice.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
that's very nice. Right?
What do you think that they say that the people in democratic country there is more freedom and they are living more peacefully?
Well, the problem is that why they need freedom? Why they need freedom?
Why do you need
Why do you
freedom?
need freedom? Why should you think even?
Because there is human rights.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's what you call
Freedom is human
that's
rights.
what you call human rights.
In your
Okay.
country, without approval,
What?
you can anything without
Yes.
approval.
But
Yeah.
look,
You can't do anything. They are.
Yeah.
But
We can do
people are
anything we
doing
want
everything.
with human
They are
rights.
free. They have freedom. Why do you think your system is better, Mister?
they are not happy. The people are slaverized. Everyone is
No,
slave.
we-
They can-
no.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
We did not.
Mr. Please, just show your
Please,
please.
let me finish. I'm not finished
Okay.
yet. I'm not finished yet.
Okay, you finish.
Okay.
Mr.
Let me
Please,
finish.
please
Let me finish.
keep your peacefulness. Okay.
Let me finish.
Mr. I can see the results of dictatorship.
Okay.
Okay, go on, please.
The thing is that our people wants to live in a safe life. They want to live in a pleasure. They want happiness. It's not freedom what they want. What the people want is happiness, and we provide them happiness. No one has stress in our countries. For example, in North Korea, my friend's country, the absolute power there, the great king, is providing a suitable life for everyone.
Everyone is happy. No one wants freedom. We don't want to think. There's a mastermind who thinks instead of us. Here we see the result. No one commits suicide in North Korea. Everybody is happy. Isn't it enough?
Isn't enough what he said? Is it?
He
No,
said that
no.
in South and North Korea there is a low rate of suicide, but what you call democracy, the rate of suicide is very high. How do you answer this suggestion? Yes,
You
sir.
know, in Indonesia itself, even there are some suicidal things.
Okay,
in
cases.
Indonesia, in suicidal cases, it's because they want to commit suicide, not because of the
That's
government.
because of the stress which you made on them.
What?
The stress which you made on them.
No, it was not
They
because of
cannot
that.
live in that stress.
Yeah, that was not because of the government is really stressful. It's because of what they want, because they stress of their job, because they feel really deeply depressed, as I can say.
Yes, so you are just supporting them.
In our system,
No, I'm not supporting.
depressed.
I'm against it. Okay.
But
Even there, let me get it straight. Even there are some suicide cases in Indonesia. It's not because the dictatorship that you talk about. It's because yeah.
so what Mr. Yankee has to say about the subject?
For example, in my country, people are very rich and very happy. Everyone can find a jobs and
Yeah.
are very easy to find.
Have you visited the Fifth Avenue in New York?
Yes.
And the homeless people who are living there? Do you call them rich? Is that
Most of
people
let
rich?
me get this. Most of them are rich, but some of them might.
Even the homeless people?
poverty.
Even the homeless
Like
people,
other
you call
countries.
them rich?
Are you sure that your country have no homeless people?
No, there is no.
No, never.
No, never.
What about
Oh.
poor people? Poor people like in
There is
your
no
country.
food. Everyone is the same. Everyone is equal. In my country, in my system, everyone is equal. Okay?
Hmm.
No poor, no rich.
Everyone is
Okay?
the
Everyone
same.
living.
Communism.
We share what we have with the king. We give everything what we have to the king, and he will give us what we need to live. Isn't it enough?
I think
That's
No,
quite enough.
no rich
That's
and no
pretty
poor.
enough, I think.
But
guys.
why many North Korean people escape from that country?
They're
Why?
not, I think they're not escaping, they're coming to visit their relatives.
It's not
But
escaping.
look.
It's not escaping. They are trying to go out to the country and tell the other countries that we are living in what a heaven.
Which shows life in democracy. Let's watch it.
Let's have a
Let's
look.
Let's have a
How's
look. What
life
is
in
democracy, what you
democracy?
call democracy in the United States? This is an example of New York City, want to show you.
This is Nicholas Rhodes. He is in his 40s and he sleeps on the street every day. This is Diane Santiago. She says she lost everything because of Hurricane Katrina. Two different stories with the same root. There are thousands of homeless people in New York City. In fact, 20% of homeless people in the United States live in Los Angeles, Detroit, and New York.
After Katrina, we came up here, but we didn't have enough money to get into an apartment because FEMA didn't give us enough. And I used to have a big drug problem, so I was on the streets here for 2 years.
We sleep over here in this park. About 60 of us in the park at night. There's a lot of shelters in New York City. They sit you in a chair. You got to sit up in a chair all night long.
I know when I was homeless on the street, I was treated differently. It's like impossible to get a job when you don't have an address and you don't have a phone number. It's really hard to get yourself back up.
Both Diane and Nick have felt excluded from society, but at the same time, other citizens are actually helping them to interact again with society.
People tend to think of the homeless population as like the black sheep of society. You can't think of them that way. These are human beings.
For many homeless people, finding food or a safe place to sleep are the main concerns. But how about reading the newspaper or getting informed? Do they care about the general state of the nation?
Yeah, I watch the news. I read the newspapers. The economy sucks right now.
Quite frankly, the homeless population, a lot of people that I talk with, they're pretty well versed at what's going on. Some of them are very well spoken. Some of them are very well educated.
New York is tore up. The money ain't here no more. It used to be here. All the rich people then left. It's not enough money in New York City. It's more people than money.
According to the most recent research, the number of homeless sleeping on the street has decreased. But there is not a roof for everyone. In fact, more than 10,000 children are still sleeping in shelters. More than a number, a reality. Alba Gonzalez, New York City.
Is that what you want? Is that the system which you are praising? Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
Let me get it straight. It was actually this was not from our country, our democracy country. Okay, it was from other country with another system.
What a stupid.
No, that is
Stupid
not another
stupid
system.
people
That was
who are-
something behind what you call the father of democracy. I don't want to support them, but the reality is this. This was the father of democracy, the United States. It's an example about the United States. What can you
That's
say?
nice. What should I say? What
I
should
think,
else?
look.
What else?
Look, some people, even from our people, from democracy people, they might applicate the.
So let's get let's get
Can
to
you
the
find such a thing
please,
in my
please,
countries?
everyone.
One of my countries. Can you find
Please,
such a thing?
everyone.
No, we
Yeah,
cannot.
let's get to the main
We
subject.
cannot.
We have some questions.
Okay.
There is a high population of the world, and the population is increasing by millions of people every day. What's your solution for this kind of high population rate in the world?
In our country, we are going to build houses and
Yeah.
provide facilities.
Yeah.
For the people, so it is not a big problem for us.
Yeah, so you're going to build houses and facilities. What's your solution for the high population?
You can answer that.
In my country, you can kill the people. When we want to
Kill?
Oh.
That's rude.
To reduce.
The number.
Well,
That's
is
why-
it enough? Fair enough.
You know that's
we
why
kill, we kill half of the people.
That's why.
Let me finish. We kill half of the
Mr.
people.
Peace, you are a peaceful man. Just calm down, please.
We kill half of the people, and the other half will live in peace.
This is
That's
a
our
great
solution.
solution.
This wasn't a good idea.
Oh,
In
okay.
Indonesia, we
So what the hell are we doing about the China? Okay, it's 1.4 billion people.
Ah, for
How
God's
can
sake,
you-
I
how
know
can you
nothing
make-
about China.
How can you make a place for them, a flat for them? How can they live?
You know, we make the population is really balanced because we immigrate people from one place to another. For example, if one place is crowded, we move them to another place, like countryside, like in a village. Like
By the way, you gave us a good idea. We may think of attacking your country and kill your people.
And I did not kill
That's
my
a good
people.
idea, by the way. That's a good. Why not? Hey,
We make the population
just
balance.
say to Kim Jong. Let's see what he's gonna say. Okay? If he decides we're gonna attack them, why not? Okay.
No, you will.
He will attack you,
No,
guys.
you will
So
never
be
attack
careful.
me. You will never attack
Guys,
me.
this was a great pleasure for everyone being here. This is we come to the end of the debate. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Great pleasure. Thank you guys for watching this video.
King is providing a suitable life for everyone. A peaceful,
Wait.
suitable life for everyone.
That's not the video.
What the heaven we are living in. That's heaven what they are living in. That's the heaven.
Come on,
Heaven?
Lucy, just come here.
Heaven.
The video is not showing you.
Okay.
Shut it up. Stop living. Wait a minute. Okay, not your fault.
Is that
You
what
can't.
you want?
Wait. You can't say that's enough. We don't have all of that's enough.
As I can say, I'm sorry.
Ben konuşmuyorum.
Still watch the video. Watch everyone. No. Watch that video.